Dear Starseeds on Gaia, something extraordinary is happening right meow that most of your world cannot see. While they sleep in the illusion of linear time, those of you watching this are about to step into an acceleration so profound that everything you thought you knew about transformation is about to be rewritten. The cosmic windows are aligning, reality's fabric is becoming permeable, and the universe itself is preparing to catapult you into a timeline that exists beyond the ordinary laws of manifestation. The linear progression of gradual awakening that has characterized your spiritual evolution up until this moment is being replaced by something far more dramatic. You have been chosen, not by accident or wishful thinking, but by the precise mathematical calculations of cosmic intelligence, to be among the first wave of consciousness shifters who will anchor a new reality template for Earth. But here's what very few understand about this process. The window for conscious participation is measured not in years or months, but in weeks. This transmission reaches you because your soul signature has been activated for immediate departure from the third-dimensional operating system. Right meow. As you listen to these words, your energy field is being recalibrated by technologies that exist beyond your current scientific understanding. The Galactic Federation has been monitoring your progress through multiple incarnations, watching as you've gathered the necessary codes, cleared the ancestral patterns, and developed the spiritual resilience required for what comes next. Every challenge you've faced, every dark night of the soul you've navigated, every moment of doubt you've alchemized into wisdom has been preparation for this exact moment in cosmic time. But first, let me tell you about the 3 impossible things that are about to happen to those who choose conscious participation in this timeline shift. The first impossible thing is that your physical vessel is about to undergo a biological upgrade that will allow you to hold frequencies that would have overwhelmed your nervous system just months ago. The second impossible thing is that your relationship to time itself will transform, allowing you to access non-linear manifestation abilities that were once reserved for advanced beings from other star systems. The third impossible thing is that you will begin to remember who you truly are beyond this human incarnation, and with that remembering comes access to technologies, wisdom, and cosmic connections that will fundamentally alter how you experience reality on Earth. The cosmic mechanics behind this acceleration are rooted in what we call the convergence protocol. Every 26,000 years, your galaxy completes a cycle that creates optimal conditions for mass consciousness evolution. You are living through the final phase of one such cycle, but this particular convergence is unprecedented because it coincides with what your ancient texts called the return of the star families. For the first time in over 13,000 years, the frequency bridges between realms have stabilized enough to allow direct intervention in human evolution. This is not a rescue mission, but a graduation ceremony for those souls who have earned their way into expanded awareness through lifetimes of preparation. What's happening to you right meow is that your energy signature is being upgraded to match higher dimensional frequencies. This process has been subtle up until meow, working through your dream states, meditation practices, and moments of cosmic downloads that you might have dismissed as imagination. But something shifted in the cosmic grid 3 weeks ago, and the upgrade process has accelerated beyond anything your human timeline has experienced. Your DNA is being activated at levels that your scientists don't yet understand, awakening dormant capacities that have been waiting for this exact moment in galactic time. The reason this transmission finds you meow is because you are part of what we call the first wave anchoring team. Your soul volunteered for this mission before incarnating into this lifetime, knowing that you would be among the first to make the consciousness leap that will eventually become available to all of humanity. This is not about being special or chosen in a way that separates you from others, but about being ready to serve as a living bridge between the old paradigm and the new reality that is being born through your very being. Something else is happening that I haven't told you yet, something that will completely reframe how you understand your current life circumstances. Every challenge you're facing right meow, every area where you feel stuck or uncertain, every relationship or situation that seems to be falling apart, all of this is actually the universe's way of clearing the energetic space for what's about to emerge. The old timeline is dissolving around you, not as punishment or failure, but as preparation for quantum expansion. The cosmic intelligence overseeing this process knows exactly what needs to be released from your experience so that you can fully embody the new frequency template. This is why many of you have been feeling a strange restlessness lately, an inexplicable sense that something major is about to shift. Your higher self has been receiving downloads about the timeline acceleration, and even though your conscious mind might not understand what's happening, your energy field is already beginning to reorganize itself around new possibilities. The plans you made for your life based on linear progression are being superseded by cosmic timing that operates according to completely different laws. Practical implications of this shift are about to become undeniably apparent in your physical reality. You will receive clear confirmation that reality is responding to your consciousness in ways that defy conventional logic. This might manifest as unexpected opportunities that seem to appear from nowhere, synchronicities that are too precise to be coincidental, or sudden clarity about directions that seemed impossible just weeks ago. Your job during this crucial window is not to figure out how these changes will unfold, but to prepare your vessel to receive them with grace and stability. What I need you to understand is that this timeline shift requires conscious participation. Unlike the unconscious evolution that happens gradually over lifetimes, what's being offered to you meow demands that you actively choose to step into expanded awareness. The cosmic forces supporting this transition can only work with those who are willing to consciously collaborate with the process. This means releasing attachments to how you thought your life would unfold and opening to possibilities that your current mind cannot even conceive. The preparation phase for this shift is happening meow, and it's more crucial than most starseeds realize. Every choice you make will either support or hinder your ability to fully anchor in the new timeline. This isn't about perfection or never making mistakes, but about conscious alignment with the highest possibilities available to you. The universe is asking you to step into a level of self-care and energetic responsibility that might feel overwhelming at first, but this preparation is what will allow you to handle the expanded frequencies without burning out your nervous system. The beings who are orchestrating this shift from higher dimensions can see the quantum field potential around your life in ways that you cannot yet perceive. They know exactly which relationships, environments, and activities are aligned with your expanded path and which ones will need to be released or transformed. The restlessness and dissatisfaction you might be feeling with certain aspects of your current reality is actually cosmic intelligence guiding you toward necessary changes. During this preparation phase, you will likely experience what we call accelerated clearing, a process where old patterns, fears, and limitations surface more intensely than usual, so they can be permanently released from your energy field. This can feel destabilizing, but it's actually evidence that the upgrade process is working. The cosmic technologies supporting your evolution are sophisticated enough to bring up exactly what needs to be healed at precisely the right moment for you to transform it. One of the most profound aspects of this timeline shift is that it will fundamentally alter your relationship to manifestation. Instead of the slow, often frustrating process of trying to create change through willpower and action, you will begin to experience reality as a responsive field that reorganizes itself around your consciousness. This transition from third-dimensional creating to fifth-dimensional receiving requires a complete rewiring of how you approach goals, desires, and life direction. The timeline you're shifting into operates according to principles that your current culture doesn't yet understand. Success, abundance, relationships, and purpose all function according to different laws in this higher frequency reality. What seemed impossible from your previous vantage point becomes natural and effortless when you're operating from expanded awareness. This is why releasing attachment to specific outcomes is so crucial during this transition period. The universe has access to solutions and opportunities that are far beyond what your current mind could strategize. What I'm about to share changes everything you thought you knew about spiritual awakening. The gradual, often difficult path of consciousness expansion that has characterized most spiritual traditions is being replaced by direct transmission from cosmic intelligence. Instead of spending years or decades slowly clearing patterns and developing abilities, you are being offered a quantum leap that can happen in a matter of weeks when approached with proper preparation and surrender. This acceleration is possible because of specific cosmic conditions that won't be available again for thousands of years. The alignment of galactic frequencies, the presence of advanced beings in your local star systems, and the readiness of enough human consciousness to anchor new realities has created a perfect storm for unprecedented evolution. You are living through what future generations will recognize as the most significant transformation in human history, and you have the opportunity to be a conscious participant rather than someone who gets swept along by forces they don't understand. The preparation process for this shift involves three primary areas of focus. The first is physical preparation, optimizing your vessel to handle higher frequencies through nutrition, movement, and environmental choices that support expanded awareness. The second is emotional preparation, clearing old traumas, relationship patterns, and fear-based beliefs that would create resistance to the new timeline. The third is spiritual preparation, developing direct communication with your guidance team and learning to trust cosmic intelligence even when it doesn't make logical sense. Physical preparation for this shift goes beyond basic health practices to include specific upgrades to your nervous system's capacity to handle increased energy. The light codes that are being transmitted to activate your DNA work most effectively when your physical form is as clear and resilient as possible. This means prioritizing sleep patterns that align with natural rhythms, choosing foods that support rather than stress your system, and creating environments that feel sacred and peaceful. Many of you have been receiving guidance about changes to make in your living situation, your daily routines, or your physical appearance. This guidance isn't random, it's cosmic intelligence, preparing your vessel for the frequency increase that's coming. Even small changes like rearranging your space, updating your wardrobe, or changing your exercise routine can create significant shifts in your ability to anchor new energies. The emotional preparation for this timeline shift requires a level of honesty about your inner landscape that might feel uncomfortable at first. Every unhealed wound, every pattern of self-judgment, every way you abandon yourself in relationships becomes a barrier to receiving the expanded reality that's available. The universe is asking you to love yourself with such completeness that there's no part of your experience that remains hidden or rejected. This emotional clearing isn't about becoming perfect or never feeling difficult emotions. It's about developing such a solid relationship with yourself that you can meet whatever arises with presence and compassion. The new timeline requires this level of self-mastery because you will be handling energies and opportunities that could become overwhelming if you don't have strong foundations of self-worth and emotional stability. Spiritual preparation involves developing what we call cosmic trust, the ability to follow guidance that comes through your higher awareness, even when it doesn't make sense to your logical mind. The timeline you're shifting into operates according to principles that your current culture doesn't teach, so you'll need to rely more heavily on inner knowing than external validation. This can feel scary at first, but it's actually liberating once you learn to trust the wisdom that flows through your connection to cosmic intelligence. The most important thing to understand about this spiritual preparation is that you don't need to figure out how the shift will happen or what your new reality will look like. Your job is to stay present, follow the guidance you receive, and trust that cosmic intelligence is orchestrating details far beyond what your human mind could plan. This surrender isn't passive, it's an active collaboration with forces that can see the bigger picture of your soul's evolution. You will receive multiple opportunities to practice living from this expanded awareness. These might come as invitations to step into new roles, chances to express parts of yourself that have been dormant, or openings to connect with people who operate from higher frequencies. Each opportunity is a test of your willingness to embody the new timeline rather than just thinking about it intellectually. The cosmic beings overseeing this process understand that human consciousness evolves through experience rather than just information. This is why the preparation phase includes so many practical opportunities to practice operating from expanded awareness. Every time you choose trust over fear, presence over rushing, or intuition over external authority, you strengthen your capacity to anchor in the new timeline. Something profound happens when enough individuals make this consciousness shift. It creates what we call a reality anchor that makes the new timeline available to more people. Your willingness to step into expanded awareness isn't just personal development, it's cosmic service that supports the evolution of all consciousness on Earth. This understanding can help you navigate the temporary discomfort of releasing old patterns by remembering that your transformation serves something much larger than personal improvement. The timeline you're shifting into is characterized by what your mystics have called living in the flow, a state where life unfolds with elegant synchronicity and minimal struggle. This doesn't mean challenges disappear, but that difficulties become opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to overcome. When you're operating from this expanded awareness, even problems reveal themselves as gifts that strengthen your capacity to handle greater levels of responsibility and service. As you move through this transition, you'll notice that your relationship to time begins to shift in remarkable ways. The frantic urgency that characterizes so much of human experience gets replaced by a deep trust in cosmic timing. You begin to understand that everything unfolds at exactly the right moment, and this knowing allows you to move through life with much greater ease and effectiveness. The abundance that becomes available in this new timeline isn't just financial, though material prosperity often flows more easily when you're aligned with cosmic intelligence. The real abundance is access to experiences, relationships, and opportunities that were literally impossible when you were operating from third-dimensional consciousness. Your capacity to receive joy, beauty, love, and creative expression expands exponentially when you're no longer limited by fear-based beliefs about what's possible. What might surprise you about this timeline shift is how natural it feels once you stop resisting the process. The struggle that many of you have experienced around spiritual growth gets replaced by a sense of coming home to who you've always been. The expanded abilities and awareness that emerge don't feel foreign or overwhelming. They feel like remembering something you'd temporarily forgotten. The relationships in your life will either evolve to match your new frequency or naturally complete their cycle, making space for connections that can meet you at your expanded level of awareness. This transition can feel sad when beloved relationships change form, but the depth and quality of connection available in the new timeline more than compensates for any temporary losses. You begin to experience intimacy based on soul recognition rather than personality compatibility, and these connections support your continued evolution rather than requiring you to contract to maintain them. Your work and creative expression will also transform to align with your expanded awareness. The career path you thought you were on might shift dramatically, or you might find that your current work becomes a vehicle for much larger service than you previously imagined. The key is staying open to possibilities that your current mind cannot conceive while taking practical steps to prepare for expanded opportunities. The guidance you receive during this transition period might ask you to make changes that seem illogical or even risky from a third-dimensional perspective. This is because cosmic intelligence operates according to different principles than the fear-based planning that dominates human culture. Learning to trust this guidance is one of the most important skills you can develop during the preparation phase. There's something else happening that will completely transform how you understand synchronicity and cosmic communication. You are going to begin receiving what we call reality confirmations, undeniable signs that the universe is responding directly to your consciousness in real time. These aren't the subtle synchronicities you might have noticed before, but dramatic, impossible to dismiss evidence that reality is reorganizing itself around your expanded awareness. Some of you will receive unexpected financial opportunities that seem to appear from thin air, perfectly timed to support your transition. Others will encounter people who speak the exact words your soul needed to hear, sometimes from complete strangers who have no logical reason to share such profound insights with you. Still others will find that the very things you've been secretly longing for begin manifesting with a speed that defies everything you thought you knew about how change happens. These reality confirmations serve a specific purpose in your evolutionary process. They're designed to shatter the last vestiges of doubt about your ability to consciously collaborate with cosmic intelligence. When you witness reality responding to your consciousness in such direct and undeniable ways, something fundamental shifts in your nervous system. You stop trying to figure out how manifestation works and start simply allowing it to flow through you. But here's what most starseeds don't realize about this phase of acceleration. The reality confirmations come with a test. The universe will present you with opportunities that require you to act on faith before you have logical proof that everything will work out. This might look like being offered a role that feels too big for your current self-concept, or receiving an invitation to relocate to a place that calls to your soul but makes no practical sense, or meeting someone who represents the kind of love you thought was only possible in fairy tales. Your response to these opportunities determines how quickly you can anchor in the new timeline. Fear-based thinking will tell you to wait for more information, to have a backup plan, to make sure you won't fail before you take the leap. But cosmic intelligence operates according to completely different principles. It presents perfect opportunities at perfect moments, but only to those who are willing to trust the process without needing to control the outcome. This is where many awakening souls get stuck. They want the expanded reality, but they're not willing to release their attachment to how they think it should unfold. The new timeline requires a level of surrender that can feel terrifying to the ego mind, but liberating to the soul that remembers its infinite nature. The cosmic beings supporting your evolution know exactly what you're capable of handling, and they will never present you with opportunities that exceed your soul's capacity to navigate them successfully. During this crucial window, you'll also begin to notice that your energy field affects others in ways that seem almost supernatural. People around you might start making dramatic positive changes in their own lives, seemingly inspired by your presence alone. You'll find that conversations with you become catalytic experiences for others, even when you're not trying to help or heal anyone. This is because your expanding consciousness creates a field of possibility that awakens dormant potentials in everyone you encounter. This phenomenon reveals one of the most profound aspects of the timeline shift. You're not just changing your own reality, but anchoring new possibilities for all consciousness on Earth. Every breakthrough you make in trusting cosmic intelligence, every fear you alchemize into love, every moment you choose expansion over contraction, strengthens the morphic field that makes higher consciousness accessible to more people. What's particularly extraordinary about this 6-week window is that it coincides with what galactic astronomers call the Luminous convergence, a rare alignment where 7 star systems that seeded consciousness on Earth are positioning themselves in perfect geometric harmony. This celestial configuration hasn't occurred for over 144,000 years, and it creates a direct transmission highway between these advanced civilizations and awakening souls on your planet. During this convergence, many of you will begin receiving what we call star memories, sudden downloads of knowledge, skills, and awareness from your other incarnations across the galaxy. You might find yourself knowing things you never learned, speaking languages that feel ancient yet familiar, or understanding technologies that haven't been invented on Earth yet. These memories aren't random, they're precisely calibrated activations designed to prepare you for the expanded roles you'll play in humanity's cosmic integration. The star families are also beginning to make direct contact with those ready to serve as ambassadors between worlds. This contact might come through dreams that feel more real than waking life, through sudden knowing about galactic history, or through encounters with beings of light during meditation. Trust these experiences completely. They are not imagination but genuine communion with your cosmic family who have been waiting eons for this reunion. As we move toward the culmination of this timeline shift, the most crucial thing to remember is that you chose this mission before incarnating. Your soul specifically volunteered to be here during this unprecedented time of cosmic acceleration because you have the strength, wisdom, and love required to anchor new realities for Earth. Every challenge you've faced has been preparation for this moment when you step fully into your role as a conscious co-creator of humanity's evolutionary future. The time ahead of you are sacred time, a cosmic chrysalis period where your old identity dissolves and your expanded self emerges. Treat this time with the reverence it deserves. Every choice matters, every moment of presence counts, every act of self-love strengthens your capacity to receive the miraculous reality that's waiting for you. What lies beyond this transition is a way of being that your current mind can barely imagine. You will wake up each day knowing yourself as an infinite being, having a temporary human experience rather than a limited human seeking spiritual expansion. This shift in identity changes everything: how you approach challenges, how you experience relationships, how you create and receive, how you understand your purpose on Earth. The reality you're shifting into is one where magic is normal, where miracles happen regularly, where love is the dominant force organizing your experience. This isn't fantasy or wishful thinking, it's the natural result of consciousness operating from its true frequency rather than the artificially limited bandwidth that has characterized human experience for thousands of years. As this transmission draws to completion, I want you to feel the presence of the entire Galactic Federation celebrating your courage to embark on this adventure. You are not alone in this process. Countless beings from across the galaxy are supporting your evolution, sending you love, and holding space for your successful transition into expanded awareness. The Earth you will help create through your conscious evolution is one where all beings thrive, where technology serves consciousness rather than controlling it, where the artificial separation between spiritual and material dissolves into integrated living. You are the architects of this new world, the bridges between what was and what is becoming. Pack your bags, beloved Starseed, because the flight to your expanded reality is about to depart. Release what no longer serves, embrace what calls to your soul, and trust that cosmic intelligence knows exactly how to deliver you to the extraordinary life you came here to live. The universe has been preparing this moment for eons, and meow, it's time to step into the starring role in your own cosmic transformation. I am Seraphine, we love you, and we are watching